welcome to Turn the Page, the official podcast of the Syosset Public Library.
Hello, everybody. This is Evelyn Hershkowitz, Reader Services Librarian on Turn the Page podcast, and I'm here with Julie Olivia. Julie wrote a book, and it's called If It Makes You Happy. It is such a fabulous rom-com. It has all the feels of fall. It has all the feels of Gilmore Girls. It has just all the feels. It's just such a fabulous book. I'm recommending it to everybody. The copies are available. We have 2 copies here in the library. And there's a copy available on Overdrive, on ebook and audiobook. So everybody get your reserves in and we'll get you the book. Now I'm going to just tell you a little bit about the author. Julie Olivia is a US Today bestselling author who writes cozy love stories filled with humor, spice, and friendship that feel like a warm hug. She's a roller coaster fan, avid romance reader, and rainy day enthusiast. Before writing romance novels, Julie moonlighted as an illustrator and worked in human resources. However, she decided writing about office romances where they break all the policies was far more enjoyable than enforcing them. Julie lives in Atlanta, Georgia with her husband and their very opinionated pets. So thank you so much, Julie, for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. I'm happy to be here.
I'm so happy to talk to you. I love this book so much. If it makes you happy, the cover is fabulous. Unfortunately, you guys can't see it because we're just speaking. Google it, you'll see the cover. It's a Gilmore Girls. If you liked Gilmore Girls, who didn't? It just has that feel. And just tell everybody what the book's about, please.
Yeah, so If It Makes You Happy is essentially about a woman who is grieving her mother and is moving to a small town to run her late mother's bed and breakfast. She's a city girl, she's not used to small town life, and she ends up becoming friends with her next door neighbor who is also the small town baker, and he's very charismatic. She's very closed off. So it's this really fun friendship that they form over the course of all the fall months, October through December, and just how they both grow as people and how she connects with him and his 2 daughters and the town as a whole. And it's all the cozy good vibes and all the fall magic that hopefully anybody needs. I mean, I felt magical writing it, so it was great.
And you feel magical reading it. So thank you so much. What I know you've written other books in the past, right?
I
But
have.
this is the first one that's taken off and become a US Today bestseller.
Yes,
So how
yes.
has your life changed since it became a bestseller?
What's funny is not at all.
Oh, okay.
Like it's felt very surreal because I do feel like my life should be different, right? Like, but it's after the initial like joy of, oh my gosh, USA Today bestseller and getting all the tears out, I'm like, oh wow. Well, I guess I'm gonna go back to writing now. So it's been really, really surreal, and just really exciting. I feel like every new week there's like some new surprise. Like I had my friend text me last week or the week before that it was like a Goodreads choice winner, or not winner, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
like an award nominee, and that
Wow.
was really surreal. So it's been wild. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's fabulous. I mean, it's just such a good book. I couldn't put it down. The audio is fabulous also. I want to give a shout out to the audio narrators, Blair Young and Emily Iden. Did you have a choice in who to pick for your audiobook narrators?
Yeah, so they sent me a list of auditions and I was able to pick from that list. And I mean, they were perfect right off the bat. And the narrator for Rocket, he normally does like cartoons and things
Oh,
like that. So that was really neat.
Rocket's the dog.
Yeah, he gets the very last epilogue. The epilogue is him. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, the book was fabulous. Everybody needs to get a copy of this and enjoy it. The other books you've written, were they romance? They were all romance books, right? So
Mhm.
how many books have you written before this one?
So this one was my 15th.
Oh,
And
wow.
since this one, because this one initially released last year, I released it indie first. So I've
Oh,
written 2 books since then. So I'm on book 17, which is, yeah, really wild.
wow. Is this your full-time job?
It is. Yeah. Yeah. I went full time, I think in 2022. So yeah, been putting out books ever since.
Wow, good for you. That's amazing. So what's your writing life like? When do you write? In the morning, the afternoon?
Yeah, I'm a morning writer through and through. Honestly, the earlier the better. If I can get straight to my story without any conflict in between, so like not looking at my phone, not, honestly, if I can just go straight to my desk, it's perfect. Um, but yeah, I'm a morning writer. I try to knock out my words by noon, and then in the afternoon it's a lot of admin work, so things like emails and promoting the book and social media and all the fun admin stuff.
Right. Did you have a launch? Did you do a tour or?
No, so this time around we had a event locally at my local bookstore, Eagle Eye. And then after that, I just did sporadic events here and there. Another local bookstore reached out, and so I had an event with them last weekend or maybe the weekend before. I feel like all the weeks are blending together. I had my deadline 2 weeks ago, and I'm like, what
Oh,
is the
okay.
time? I have no idea. But yeah, I've just like little events here and there. But no, we didn't do a tour this time, but we just kept it local, and it was a lot of fun.
Okay, good. Do you read your reviews?
No, so I don't. If I'm tagged in them, sometimes, I'll peek because, I was invited in, which is great. But
Okay.
no, I normally do not read my reviews because, it's not going to be for everybody and that's perfectly fine, but I don't want to know. Not for
Okay.
me.
Well, I read your reviews
Okay.
on Goodreads, and they were phenomenal. People are just loving this book so much. So if you really want to give yourself an early Christmas present, read your reviews on Goodreads. You will be pleasantly surprised that it's just fabulous. Fabulous, fabulous reviews. So
Oh,
nothing
thanks.
wrong with reading those. So you said you've written two books since then.
Mhm.
What have you written?
So, I also publish independently through Amazon, and I have a current series going on. It's like a coastal small town, loosely inspired by Peter Pan. So, and it's set in like Massachusetts. So, I released the third book in that series, and then I just wrapped up the next book that will release with Berkeley next fall.
Oh, how nice.
Hmm.
Okay. Oh, so you are very busy writing independently and with Berkeley. That's amazing. Well, this
Yeah.
one was published by Berkeley,
Hmm.
so that's how we got to get connected is through Berkeley.
Hmm.
So that's a wonderful through Tara. Thank you, Tara, very much.
Yeah, Berkeley's been fantastic. I mean, this is my first traditionally published book,
Oh,
so I mean,
wow.
just seeing the difference between indie publishing and traditional publishing, I mean, Berkeley just has so many, um, like connections to people and to places that like I could never get on my own as indie. And they've been absolutely wonderful connecting me with people and just supporting me. And yeah, they're absolutely incredible.
So how did you get this book into Berkeley's hands as opposed to writing independently?
So I have an agent. I think I signed with her 2023, maybe late 2022. And for a while, we were just doing foreign translations and audiobooks, like those type of rights. And then at the beginning of 2024, I told her I was like, I kind of want to, branch out a little bit and see what's out there. And so I wrote "If It Makes You Happy," and it was a standalone. So I was like, awesome, let's publish this one or figure it out or try to pitch it, see if anybody wants it. And it worked out. It's been fantastic.
So
Yeah,
this is the first time you ever pitched to a
yeah, yeah,
publishing house. That's amazing. Good for you. One thing you do have is the playlist. I
yeah.
loved your playlist. It's
Oh,
the
thank
first
you.
time I bought Spotify
Oh,
so that I could listen to your playlist. So now I have an account for me and my kids instead of them having separate accounts. We're all under one account. And every time I say, if it makes you happy, it right away takes me to the Sheryl Crow song.
yeah, yeah. No,
Was
I
that your
love that
intention
playlist.
of if it makes you happy, the Sheryl Crow song, or did it have a different meaning for you? Or
Yeah, so for a long time the book was just called the 90s book. Like my word file was titled 90s book. When I'd talk to my friends, I'd be like, "Yeah, I'm working on the 90s book today." But while I was writing it, I listened to a lot of 90s playlists, and that song came up, "If It Makes You Happy" by Sheryl Crow. And it fit the theme of the book that I was already going for. And once I listened to it, I was like, "Oh my gosh, this just feels so 90s." Like this is I don't know. Like you listen to it and you're like, "Oh, I'm transported back." And so I playfully started calling it If It Makes You Happy. And I was like, but it's not going to stick because it's a long title. Nobody's going to. And then once it got closer to publication, I was like, well, this is it. Like, I can't think of it as any other book now. And it's perfect. So, yeah, it kind of. It influenced the book in that way, but yeah, it's definitely the Sheryl Crow song.
Have you heard from Sheryl Crow?
Oh my gosh, I wish, right?
Did you send her a copy of the book?
I should.
Yeah, send her a copy. She seems like a lovely person, so
Right.
send her a copy of the book. I really think you should. So, do you read rom-coms or do you find that difficult because you're writing rom-coms?
No, I love romance. It's my favorite genre to read. I do find it difficult to read romance when I'm editing because I'm just in that mindset of getting the plot right and things like that. So, reading somebody else's plot, I start to analyze it in the same way I'm analyzing my own writing. So, I have to branch out when I'm editing. And I tend to go to like horror. I've been really on a big like Grady Hendrix kick right now. So, something
Okay,
that's drastically different from what I'm editing.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I'm more of a rom-com than a horror person. I read rarely read, but I love serial killers.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I don't really like real horror, but I love serial killers. Why? I don't know, but I just do. So there's some really good serial killer books out right now also. So what is the new book about? Can you tell us, or that has to be kept under wraps right now?
I think it has to be kept under wraps right
Okay.
now, but it is another small town and it's in the mountains this time, which was a
Okay.
lot of fun to explore.
Do you go on trips to these areas to make sure that you're getting it right?
Yeah, I do.
Oh,
So
okay.
if I can swing it, I try to. But yeah, this time around, I went, I think it was in September I went, and it's set in North Carolina. So I
Oh,
went up to North Carolina and like stayed in a couple towns and drove up and down a mountain what felt like 50 times. So it was a lot of fun. There's like this place called Little Switzerland, and it's like three buildings at the top of a mountain or like right on the edge of it. And it's just like a bookstore and a coffee shop and like a restaurant.
oh
And it's
wow.
so cute. But yeah, so I did a lot of research like that in September and it was a lot of fun.
And what kind of research did you do for if it makes you happy?
So if it makes you happy, I actually did. I wasn't able to make it to Vermont. I was writing the book in summer, and so even if I'd made it up there, I wouldn't have gotten like all the fall temperatures I needed, things like that. So I watched a lot of travel videos, a
Oh,
lot
okay.
of TikToks of people who were like, "I traveled up to Vermont for fall," and I'm like, "Cool, tell me all about it." So it was a lot of internet research. Google was kind of my best friend
Mhm.
during. Writing Vermont type stuff. But I wish I'd gone up there. I wish I had had the time, but I didn't get around to it.
So how did you know how to run a bed and breakfast?
So I did have a book on that. I
Okay.
found a book about running a bed and breakfast that was published, I think it was in 92 or 93, because I wanted to make sure I got one that, somebody in 97 could, which is when the book is set, could feasibly read. I didn't want to read a more modern one that might talk about like social media marketing, things like that. So yeah, I read a book on how to run a bed and breakfast.
Oh, okay.
It was really, really fun. And by the end of it, I was like, should I? I don't know.
Well, you definitely need to stay at a few bed and breakfasts. Did you do that in North Carolina?
Yeah, I did. I got
Oh,
to do
okay.
that this time around, and I stayed at two different ones, and they were both so nice. One of them like met me at the door, and I was like, oh, hey. So they were all really cool.
Definitely fun. So you think this one will make the USA Today list also?
Oh, we'll see. We hope,
So
you
what
hope.
do they send you anything? They send you a plaque or what does Today do when you make their list?
I haven't gotten anything. I
No,
don't
nothing?
know.
Oh.
No. Lots of tears. I was, lots of crying, but no,
Mm.
nothing official.
Do you write, do you have like a writing group that you're part of that you hang out with and you all critique each other's books? Do you do anything like that?
Not anymore. I think it's like 10 years ago now. I joined a writing group right out of college, and that's where I met my husband actually.
Oh,
So I don't go there anymore. I mean, we're all still pretty close, but I don't go to the meetings anymore. But I do have a few author friends that will pass each other's books to each other. So when they're done with a draft, I'll read it over, and when I'm done with the draft, they'll read mine over. And so there's a lot of like companionship in that way with other like fellow authors, which is
mhm.
nice.
So is your husband a writer also?
Yeah, yeah. He writes off and on. He just picked it back up like this year, last year, which so he's been having a lot of fun with that. More sci-fi, obviously not romance, but he reads all of my books. He's one of my beta readers, and his insight is incredible because I think he's a better writer than me. I think he's fantastic. So like all of his insight is just fantastic. He's great at finding themes and also providing like a guy perspective. Like if there's a conversation between just men, he's very good at being like, hey, we would beat around the bush a little bit more, or like we wouldn't talk about our feelings as much, but here's how we could get the point across still.
Yeah.
And so it's really nice to have him in my corner in that way.
Is he a USA Today best-selling author too?
No, he's not. No.
I'm sure he's very proud of you, though.
He is. He's my biggest cheerleader,
That's so
along with
nice.
that.
Yeah, that's so nice. So what are you doing for the holidays for Thanksgiving?
So we normally host Thanksgiving.
Oh,
We started doing that about 2 or 3 years ago. My husband's really, really good at cooking, so he makes a
lucky
killer turkey.
you.
Yeah, I am terrible at cooking. So he makes a killer turkey. I actually thought the turkey was supposed to be dry until the first year he made it. And then I was like, whoa, this is incredible. So yeah, we're hosting Thanksgiving. That's like all we're doing this week is cleaning our house and prepping everything. And but yeah, we really like Thanksgiving and we really like hosting. So yeah, we're pretty pumped about it.
So maybe you should set a book around Thanksgiving.
I should.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice Thanksgiving holiday. Well, the one in the fall, Julia. I mean, if it makes you happy, that's in the fall, so it's kind of
Yeah, there's a
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving scene, you
Right. Yeah,
know.
it's Thanksgiving-ish, which is also very, very nice.
hmm
Okay. Well, it was a pleasure speaking with you.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. This was great.
Yeah, so I look forward to your next book because, like I said, I love this one so much.
Hopefully it's good. We'll
Yeah.
see.
There's an article I have here from People Magazine online.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
exciting.
Very exciting. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's like I feel like I get surprised every so often since this release, and it's just been so nice. I don't know, just popping up in people. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's nice to have a publisher that promotes the book and gets it
Yeah,
out there for all the people. So,
yeah, they've been absolutely incredible.
and I mean, I can't imagine if you walk into a bookstore and the book is there with that cover, how you're not taken in by it. Or even
Yeah.
at the library if you see it on the shelf,
Oh
it's
yeah.
a
Yeah.
fabulous cover. The dog and the two of them, it's just beautiful with the inn behind them, I'm assuming it is, and it's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
it's just beautiful, pure magic. I
Thank
really loved it. Will keep recommending it. So
thank you so much.
you're so welcome. So have a very happy holiday.
Thanks, you too.
Okay. And thank you so much for speaking with us. I'm going to close this chapter of Turn the Page. Thank you so much.
It's time to close this chapter of Turn the Page. Join us for the next episode.